Hi, hello, hey, hi. Welcome to this month's bullet journal setup video. It is August. I can't believe it. We're more than halfway through the year, which feels wrong in a way. But here we are. It's August. Oh boy. Now, this month I decided to try and go for a folklore theme, as in the Taylor Swift album, because August, she has a song called August. It's August. I live in Australia and it's winter, so it felt right. The vibes were right. If you can hear birds, I'm sorry. They are wild birds. I don't know what to say about that. They're birds. I can't control them. But yes, I don't usually go for a full-on theme like this because my artistic talent is lacking. So ignore the fact that it doesn't look great. I just felt like drawing some trees. So that's exactly what I did. One thing I want to say is I am so impressed by this notebook. The paper is so thick and really stood up to having marker on it. I use an Archer and Olive bullet journal. I couldn't recommend them more. They're incredible. The paper is such good quality. They are a bit expensive, but if you have the money, I do think it's worth it. I don't think I'll buy one for next year, but that's just because money. But yeah, I love this notebook. So here I'm just taping off the parts that I didn't want to get marker on. I wanted to have very clear areas where I was not drawing. Wow, this is really unflattering. I haven't actually drawn or colored in with a marker in years, so I felt very weird doing this. I had no idea what I was doing, and it's pretty ugly, but it's fine. I think it's fine. It turned out as well as expected, I think. Wow, this really does look weird. But yes, as I said, this is based on the Taylor Swift album Folklore, which just turned a year old. Happy birthday, Folklore. I love Taylor Swift. I feel like I've talked about this before, but Taylor Swift is the musician for me. I started listening to her stuff when I was 12 years old. She's the reason I started songwriting. She's the reason I like poetry, and I have so much to thank her for in my life, which sounds a bit silly, I know, but she really did change my life. In ways that I can't even put into words. But yeah, I really appreciate Taylor Swift as an artist, but also as a person. I think she's incredible. Yeah, Folklore is maybe my favorite album ever. I absolutely love it. My favorite song from it is, that's not something I thought I'd answer. What is my favorite song? I really like Seven. I think Seven is just one of those songs that makes me cry but also feel so happy at the same time. I think The Lakes is underappreciated. I think it's beautiful. Mirrorball is a little too real. It hurts. So does This Is Me Trying. I feel this weird connection to Mad Woman. I don't know why. And Betty, I mean, come on. Betty is one of the best songs that has ever been created. Are you kidding me? I have opinions on the whole Betty Cardigan August thing. So I know that Joe wrote most of Betty, which is fair and awesome. And I know Taylor has said that James, the character in Betty, is a boy, and it's from James's perspective, and she says that in a lot of songs, that like she's writing from a man's perspective. I disagree personally. In my mind, James is a girl, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, she named the characters after Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' kids, and their daughter James is a girl. Like, I have my thoughts. But yeah, I guess it depends where you stand on like death of the author, and like at what point do you have to stick by what the artist says, and when can you, as the viewer or the audience, kind of make up your own meaning for the art. But yeah, I don't mind. I love it all. I love everything. I went out with my friends just the other day, and they were mentioning that I drag them in a lot of my videos. So hi, if you're watching this. I'm not going to drag you this time. But one of my friends got me folklore on vinyl for Christmas. And I like genuinely cried about it. It's like the kindest gift. I obviously, like, physical things don't matter, gifts are lovely, but like they don't define a friendship and all that. But the fact that he like, I don't know how to explain it, like he knew it was something that would mean a lot to me, and like he got it for me, it just made me very emotional. So again, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I love you with my entire heart. But also, like, I see you as more than just an awesome gift giver. I love you for who you are and for being such a good friend. I love you. Yeah, wow, my friends are all really good gift givers. I'm maybe the worst gift giver to ever give gifts. But yeah, I'm more about like just telling people that I love them rather than buying them things, because like I don't know what people want. I'm bad at that. But yeah, anyway, moving on. As I mentioned before, Taylor Swift's the reason I started writing songs, which has been like a big part of my life for almost a decade now. Wow, it's nearly been a decade. That's kind of crazy. Whoa. Wow, time is passing. I don't know what to do with this information. When I first started writing songs, I would write parodies of Taylor Swift songs. Not parodies in the sense of being rude. I think at that time, parodies tended to be just like quite horrible. But these were parodies in the sense that I would change the lyrics to Taylor Swift songs to make them about the Hunger Games. My favorite one was Back to December, but Back to the Capital. It was from Gale's point of view from the Hunger Games after the events of Mockingjay. Yeah, that was really something. Wow, I need to dig that up. That was hilarious. But yeah, slowly as time went on, I started writing my own songs, and it became partially like a coping mechanism for when my mental health got bad. And now it's just like a really fun thing. I really enjoy writing songs, and I wish I could do something with them, but my singing voice is not very pleasant, to say the least. But yeah, I enjoy creating things, and songs are a part of that. But we are kind of not coming to the end yet, but we are getting through this bullet journal setup. On that first page, I put a quote from August, in case you were wondering what that was. And here is just my calendar. I was going to do the same tree design in the background, but I thought it would be a bit too busy. And for me, when it comes to like my bullet journal, it's really important that I can use it properly and really see what I'm doing. And so that's why I generally stick to a more minimalist design. But yeah, I decided to spread my calendar across both pages this time. I usually squish it onto one, and then have like habit trackers or things like that on the other page. I never really use my habit trackers though, so I thought I would just scrap that and give myself more room for my calendar and for like a to-do list and a place to remind myself what I need to do. I've also given myself more space on my weekly spreads because I feel like this is going to be a big month for me in terms of day-to-day tasks. As I mention in basically every video, because it's all that's going on in my life right now. I'm trying to start my own business, and that means there's like a lot to do all the time. Here we are at the end of my setup for this month's bullet journal, and here we have the final flip through. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this setup. It's a little messy, but I think it's kind of charming in a way. It's kind of cute. I really don't know. I like that it's just black and white and simple. It also gives me kind of Twilight vibes, but that's just because there's trees. This works for me. I know some people would want more going on, but this for me is great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm surprised that you've made it this far. My social media links are all below. You can give this video a like if you liked it. Did I already say that? You can subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.